Welcome friends to a very special episode of The Lord of the Rings Online. Before heading into the Misty Mountains for Season 7, there's something very exciting going on in Lord of the Rings Online, and that is the Fall Festival. It's also called the Harvest Festival, and it has also been called the Harvest Math Festival. I don't know, they call it a bunch of different names, but either way, there's some exciting things going on, and I figured I'd go ahead and do some of these quests. In this episode in specific, I'm going to be doing the Haunted Burrow, but for the next few episodes, I'm going to be doing everything that I can do that is related to the Fall Festival. So here's the first quest. The Fall Festival is spreading good-hearted tricks and tasty treats across Middle-earth. Join in by starting at the Shire, where Mr. Bilbo Baggins has left one last surprise for his neighbors. So let me go ahead and accept this. And we can finish the quest. The Fall Festival is in full swing. Join the hobbits in the Shire to begin your festivities. Alright, so let me quickly look at the guide here to the Fall Festival. As summer draws to a close, the final crops of the year's harvest are ripe for enjoyment, which means that it's the perfect time for the Harvest Math Festival. Fall is considered by many to be the greatest of seasons, with the weather fair and the herbage shifting from uniform green to a vast array of autumn colors. So there's several things that go on in the Shire, in Breland, in Thorin's Hall, in Ered Luin, and there's also some pretty cool things, including the Haunted Burrow and the Festival Run, and we should travel to all of the festival locations across Middle-earth to bob for apples, pick pumpkins, collect geodes, and scry scrolls. You may also perform tricks for onlookers and collect as many tokens as you can for this year's excellent rewards. Lastly, but not least, you mustn't forget the Inn League, unless of course you prefer the Ale Association. So let's travel on over to the party tree, and we're going to be doing the Haunted Burrow, as I've mentioned for this episode. Alright, and this area is going to be a little bit laggy because I expect there's going to be a ton of people here trying to do some things. Look at the size of that horse. Dang. Alright. So let's talk to Opal here.
Hi there. You give me a moment?
You'll never believe this, Kippen. I decided a new oven was needed to begin preparations for the next festival. The laborers went to dig a pit into the side of the hill, and lo, we all heard a shovel scrape against some wood, and before I knew what happened, a door was dug out. The door was locked now, but I'll wager it is Forgotten Cellar of Bag End. Bag End is just above it, you see. Do you think that's where Mad Baggins kept his treasures? I suppose we can only guess, for Lobelia owns Bag End now. If you think she'll be letting anyone else dig around for old Bilbo's treasure, then you go right ahead and ask her. Be my guest. I won't be risking it, but it is terribly exciting all the same. So let's go ahead and talk to Lobelia about this cellar.
Can't a body be left alone?
Are you here about that door as well? You listen here. That mad fool of a Baggins never said anything about a secret cellar, and neither did the awful nephew of his, Frodo. I could not be more angry. I've scoured the whole burrow and found nothing that could be used as a key to find a hidden larder. They meant all along to leave Bag End to me with none of its proper fixings. If you want to see so much as a doorknob inside that cellar, you must find me that key. That gardener down by Bagshot Row surely knows something, but he won't speak a word to me. You look like a big ominous sort. You ought to wrangle the truth out of him. So let's go talk to Gaffer Gamgee. Man, I was trying so hard not to break my legs here. You can see there's all sorts of festivities going on here that I'll be tackling in the next few episodes.
Just a moment.
I'll wager Lobelia sent you to inquire after that new door going to the Baggins' lovely burrow. If you ask me, the whole affair smells of trouble. I tell my young ones, and I'll tell you too. Best to mind your own matters, and no harm will come of aught.
Hi there. Give me a moment.
Still here, are you? Well, I suppose if you are of the inquisitive nature like Mr. Bilbo himself, I'll let you in on something he said to me before he disappeared forever. Old Bilbo, he said, with a sparkle in his eye, that his adventure would continue on even after he was long gone. That was Mr. Baggins for you. Well, I'll not get in your way. Help yourself to look over his last letter for us, which my son Sam read to me. It has some particular instructions regarding the Sackville Baggins.
Is there something I can do for you?
You want to bring this letter to Lobelia, eh? Be my guest. It won't do a whit of good sitting here with me, you know? So let me see if I can actually read the letter myself. To the owner of the prying eyes lying currently upon this page, I write this and leave it in the care of Hamfest Gamgee, my respected groundskeeper, on account of any unexpected findings on my estate after I am gone. I am Bilbo Baggins, and I was the proprietor of Bag End before I moved away. Bag End was then left to my heir and nephew Frodo Baggins. If he is not any longer, then I expect a Sackville Baggins has got hold of my dear old Burrow. I left a nice present for Lobelia when I went away. The silver spoons she admires so greatly that she acquired a great deal of that collection before it was properly bestowed to her. But in all likelihood, that was not enough, so I expect she is in possession of Bag End now. Surely the whole burrow has been scoured for a fabled prizes of my adventures with the dwarves many years ago, but I pride myself on not being so obvious as to leave such treasures out and about where nosy relatives can easily get their hands on them. Of course, please do not presume that I deem such noble inquirers undeserving of rewards, for that is not the case at all. I just prefer to make the reward sweeter yet by giving the visitors of Bag End an adventure of their own. I assume you are inquiring after the burrow's cellar. The door to the cellar was installed shortly before I left, with the help of the dwarves, and comes out of the side of the hill, but I do not think it will appear until the hillside erodes in a few years, or perhaps when there is some digging when Bag End's property must be expanded to suit Lobelia's many needs. If the door is to be unlocked, you must ask Lobelia if you may borrow one of her spoons. An adventurous treasure may be found within, but so shall an adventure. I hope you like my little project. Happy adventuring to all. Yours, Bilbo Baggins. So it looks like he pulled one final trick before leaving to be with the elves of Rivendell. Let's go talk to Lobelia once more. And perhaps one of the silver spoons might be a key that unlocks the burrow. So it's going to be a pretty fun, a little bit longer episode, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
It's been a foul day, it has.
What is that envelope you have there? Give it here at once. I am sure Bilbo meant for the successor of Bag End to have it, and not for that old fool gardener. Indeed, no. I don't believe he even knows how to read.
How rude!
I am reading the letter. Leave me be. How is a hobbit to concentrate with annoying folk badgering them all day? If it does say anything about that cellar, I swear I shall positively be furious.
Can't a body
Don't
be
pester
left
me, I'm
alone?
reading. That Bilbo sure knows how to prattle on about nothing.
How rude!
Shoo, if you don't leave me alone, I shall report you to the authorities.
Can't a body
What's this
be
about a
left
spoon?
alone?
He left me silver spoons. He says they are a key to the cellar.
Don't you turn your back on me?
Oh my, what wonderful news. Apparently my spoons fit as keys into the keyhole in that burrow door down there. That old madman planned for me to have his treasure after all. Come, I'll open the door and you'll help me carry my treasure out when I find it. Let us meet down at the party tree. Just give me a moment and I'll be down. Alright. If you haven't noticed, by the way, I re-equipped my Stone of the Tortoise. That way I'm not getting experience from doing some of these quests. And that way I'm not too far ahead when I head on to the Misty Mountains. So it's time to go inside the Haunted Burrow and talk to Lobelia. Let's go. Right, so it's a pretty interesting thing. Hold on, let me just move this thing out of the way. Oh my gosh, I can't move it. There we go. Just put that there for now. Alright. So let's see if we can find Lobelia in here. And there she is.
Wait, the goal of some
Oh, I am livid. I've been tricked. This place is not but a monster-filled, spook-ridden, crawly-infested hole in the ground. Bilbo tricked me into thinking there was anything worth my while in this abominable cellar. How I loathe him with all my heart. There's naught here but filth and corruption. I want nothing to do with this evil burrow. Do as you will with it, and stay away from me. Alright, Lobile is not pleased with the cellar, and it has given permission for you to explore it at your leisure. So it is a little haunted house here. Obviously, again, if you haven't noticed, this festival is probably long gone by the time you see this episode, since I tend to record a couple of months ahead of time before uploading.
How rude!
Did you hear, Kippen? Lobile is too scared to poke around. That means we can go treasure hunting. It's wonderful, just wonderful. I'm sure many of these nosy onlookers will have a wonderful time exploring and making off with what treasure they find. It is terribly exciting, isn't it? Alright, so now there are a ton of quests here that open up, and also a deed to complete all of the quests in the Haunted Burrow. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I guess I'll start over here with Polo Puttyfoot. Rattling in the Haunted Burrow.
There. Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, mercy me. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I'll tell you anyways. I was in the Haunted Burrow searching for treasure, and I found a bit of a chain in the attic. I thought perhaps a door would open on the ceiling, and I would find a larder full of riches, but no. A living, walking skeleton came towards me, rattling and clanking. It gave me such a fright. I ran away before I could even finish tugging on that chain. So we have to find the source of the rattling in the attic, and we can only have one quest in the burrow at a time. And that is no problem. And I kind of practiced on another character because it's super easy to get lost in here. But I'm kind of familiar with the layout now. There's little hidden passageways everywhere. There are fake doors all over the place. For example, that's fake. So you just kind of have to know where you're going a little bit. And here is the attic. And there's the chain. And look, there's little traps everywhere. It's really cool. I really like this Haunted Burrow. Alright. Oh no, something is coming. And there's the skeleton. Rattle, clack, I'm coming for you. I'll haunt you forever, haha. Alright, so let me hit this guy. It was only a hobbit playing a silly prank. Ouch, hey. You frightened me. Boo-hoo. Alright, so nothing too exciting there. So let's try to head out. Getting swarmed by bats here. No worries, though. Alright. So let's head back outside. Again, pretty easy to get lost if you don't know where you're going. That evil wight was only a hobbit in disguise? Abominable behavior. Who was it? I shall give him a telling off that he'll not be forgetting anytime soon. The gall of some folk, really. So let's keep talking to him. And you can do these quests pretty much once a day.
Stay and have some tea.
Dear me, I only dared go into the haunted cellar once to look for treasure. But all I did was get out as fast as I could. There were monsters everywhere. In one of the wings I was in, there were spider webs all about the place. But then I spotted a jar of honey. I love honey, naturally, so of course I went right for it. But then I heard a bear. It made a deep roaring sound, and oh, was it close. Will you go banish it from the burrow so that it doesn't harm any of the innocent folk who have wandered in? Yes. So we have to go to the cobwebbed area. And I think I know how to get there. So we're going to go through this fake bookshelf here. And then this is the cobwebbed wing right here. Let's see if we can find some honey. Assuming we don't get eaten alive by spiders. And here we have some of the honey. Perfect. Something's coming. Roar, slobber, slaver, drool, grrr. Roar, I'm hungry. I am only a hobbit, don't hurt me. It was only a hobbit playing a silly prank. Oh, you silly hobbit. Alright, so let's try to get out of here. So we're gonna go through here to the creeping wing. Alright, and then I'm trying to remember how to get out of this entire place. I think I have to go through the basement. Right? Am I right? I'm trying to remember. Now let me go through here. And then I think... No, I think it is that door. Yeah, it's this door right here, I think. There we go, and now we're at the basement. Now there is a fake door here with a treasure chest that you can open once a day. That gives you some pretty nice festival tokens. So that's always a bonus. Now let's try to get back to the main area. It's very easy to get lost in the basement. As you can see, all this smoke makes it very disorienting for sure. Alright, and it's this last door here that takes you back to the first little area here. Alright. Did you drive off the hungry bear?
Hello
You were
there.
so brave to venture in there. What? A hobbit? A hobbit playing a prank? I've never heard of such naughty trick. I will be speaking to that lad's parents before the day is out.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Oh my goodness, how I hate being frightened away from my business. I was in the haunted burrow looking for treasure, you see, and I saw a candle on the top floor to help me see. I went to pick it up and suddenly a ghost chased me away. Yes, a real ghost hiding in the shadows. Don't look at me like that. I tell you it was real, and it was. If you don't believe me, go see for yourself, but you'd be wise to steer clear of the wing of the cellar where the spooks have got to, if you ask me. Alright, so this is going to be in the creeping wing. So we were basically just there. And let me see how I'm gonna get there. I think I'm gonna go through the same route that I just took previously. We'll go through the attic. Actually, no. What am I doing? No, I should... That was a mistake. Shouldn't have gone through the attic. So let me go through here. And then we'll go through here. And we are in the cobbleweb. So we're gonna go through here. Creeping wing, and then let's find this candle, wherever it may be. Oh no, something's coming. Woo, woo, be frightened. Burr, I'm terrifying ghosts. Run for your life. And that guy beat the crap out of this ghost before I could, which is very unfortunate. So we're gonna have to use it again. Alright, let's beat him up this time. There we go. He's only a hobbit playing a nasty, nasty trick. Can you believe it? I can't. Alright, so let's get out of here once more. Actually, let me go up this way. Then up through here. Oh, and I made a mistake. That was a fake door. Let me try to remember. Creeping wing. I guess it's gonna be up here. The door. No, I think I'm lost again. Maybe up here. There we go. I think that's the door. Then let's move on through the basement once more. Oh my gosh, I always get lost in the basement. The basement's literally the worst one. Alright, so that is another quest complete. Did you run away when you saw the ghost as well? Do you mean to tell me that was only a hobbit and not a ghost? What a terrible trick. I stubbed my toe when I ran away, and it was my big toe at that. It's still smart. Alright, so looks like I've done all the quests for this guy. So next up, let me talk to this lady here.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
So we gotta find the scattered hobbits in the haunted burrow. Oh, help, help, my friends and me, we thought we'd go and have an adventure together and look for old Bilbo's treasure, but one by one they disappeared and suddenly I was all alone. I made it out safe enough, but they're still inside. I can only imagine what horrible nightmare they must be having in that burrow. Will you help me find them and get them back to safety, Kippen? I'd be so very grateful indeed. Alright. So we gotta find 6 freaking hobbits. That's a ton of them. Alright, so let's start looking for some of them. There's one right here. Eek, go away. You don't scare me. Alright, let's go through here, and then it's another hobbit right there.
The gall of some folk.
Hello? Yes, I was here with Mary, or May, and don't you be trying to shoo me out. I left the party because I saw it glittering at the end of the corridor, and I thought it might be some treasure. A pretty coin it was, too. Now leave me be. I'll not be leaving until I find a great hoard of treasure. Alright, some of these hobbits are actually kind of greedy. Not gonna lie. Alright, so we'll go through here, and I think there's gonna be another hobbit down this way, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe not. Yeah, there we go. There's one right here.
Good day.
I'm sorry. I was just having a bit of a look at some of Bilbo Baggins' old notes. What a curious imagination he had. Wouldn't it be terribly exciting if this wild stories were real? Alright, so that is 3 of the hobbits, and I guess let me head on over to the attic next, so I can find some more. I have to go around. There's a little hobbit hiding back here.
Goodness.
Sniff, who might you be? I put on a black cloak to sneak around and frighten my friends, but I'm afraid I am lost. Will you show me the way out? Alright, so we need to find 2 more little fellers. And let's maybe go in here to the cobwebbed area. And, let's see. Let's see if there's any lost hobbits in here. Indeed, there is one.
Hello there.
I was sure this was the exit. It was a left, then a right, then a left, then another left, then another left, and then another left, I believe. Shh, you're interrupting. I am trying to remember the way out. Now pray, leave me be. Alright, so let's get out of here as well. There should be one more hobbit in the basement, I believe. So let's go to the basement. Or, this is the creeping wing. So the basement is going to be just through here. Alright. See if I can find the silly hobbit. I hate the basement so much, guys. So easy to get lost. And there is the final hobbit.
Mercy me.
A ghost? I saw a ghost. Do you think it was the old Took? I am so frightened. He was angry at me for eating his dinner while he wasn't looking one night. Do you think he has come back to haunt me? Oh, help, pray, don't cross with me. I meant no harm. Alright, so that's all 6 hobbits. Now, before I get out of here, there's something else that I would like to do. So let me come back here to the main burrow. And then right through here is a mystery door that takes you straight to Bag End, which is pretty cool. And over here there is a chest that you can also open once a day that you can get some festival tokens in this case just 1. But pretty interesting. I don't know why all these people are congregated over here, but anyways. So once you leave, you're actually in Bag End. So let's go turn in this quest and pick up another one. Oh my gosh, broke my legs. Of course I did.
A lovely day, isn't
Thank goodness they are all alive. I was so terribly worried. Maybe I will venture back myself someday. I would dearly like to peek at old Bilbo's hidden treasures. Alright, so she doesn't have any more quests for me either. Let me take a look at this guy.
Hey, and have some tea.
Let me see something. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and do this quest. What a terror. I ventured into the haunted burrow, for I was sure there was some treasure tucked away in every corner. I swore I wouldn't leave until I came away with a few riches. Instead of jewels at the bottom of various jars and whatnot, I found the most horrible things instead. Sticky, cold, wet, terrifying things, unnatural things. When I came back outside for a bit of fresh air, I found that I'd lost several valuables in the meantime. Surely they are at the bottoms of the jars now, for the other greedy folks to find. Now I am poorer than when I started. I dare not go back. Will you help me? So we gotta go find all these dudes' treasures. I guess we can do that. So there's gonna be 1 treasure in every wing, I believe. So right here there is a barrel. You plunge your hand into this jar, but inside it squirm as if it were alive. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Nasty. So it's not that jar. So let's go look somewhere else. Another jar right here, and that freaking goblin trying to scare me. And again, just some bugs here. There's another jar here. Maybe this will be the one. And surely it is not. So let me actually make my way towards the attic. I believe the final jar that the location may be hidden in. It's gonna be up here. Alright, you plunge your hand into this jar, but its insides of it squirm as if alive. Bugs, bugs, bugs. You bear just long enough to bravely retrieve a pocket watch held hostage by the creepy crawlies within. Alright, so let's move on to the attic. There's some bones here. These delicate bones have an ashy feel to them, like they will crumble in a moment if you trouble them. You imagine the dust of death filling your nose and your eyes and squeeze your eyes shut unwittingly in anticipation. Alright, so it's not in there. That's alright. We've got a few more bone piles to look at. Fortunately, your fingers grasp a shiny button before too long. Alright, perfect. So let's go to the cobweb area. And let's see if we can find anything of interest here. So it looks like there is a cocoon. You tremble as you reach into the soft, sticky webbing of the large cocoon. It looks uncannily real, even though you suspect it may be a fake. It is cold inside and you shiver. Did you hear something? It's the wrong freaking cocoon. Of course it is. That's alright, we're gonna go look for a few more. There's another cocoon up here. And it is also a fake one, but there is a fake wall here. Another cocoon. And again, another fake. It's another cocoon here. There we go. Oh, it is sticky and terribly unpleasant. Are there words for such an awful sensation? You search for a moment to your heart beating fast as can be, and you pull out a very nice glove. Hopefully, this belongs to Holdfast. Alright, so let's try to get into the basement, and we also have to go into the creeping wing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting stunned every few steps here with all sorts of haunted goodies. Spiders, spider webs. Yeah, this way, right? Yeah, creeping wings. So we got some, little fleshy barrels of flesh, I guess. What foul brew is this? The flesh is sickeningly cold and smells of something rancid. It is slimy, sticky, and the memory of it lingers on your hand even after you have withdrawn it. That's gross. It's really gross. So that is the wrong barrel. Got some ghosts trying to eat my soul, it looks like. Alright, there we go. It seems that Holdfast didn't spend long here, for you were able to find his ring near the top of the disgusting pile. If there's any more treasure hidden inside, it's best to let it stay there. So now we only need one more thing from the basement. And I guess let me actually come up this way. This should be the correct door. Right, and do we have anything here? I guess it's going to be these little pools, disgusting puddles. You reach into the puddle, but the blood drains from your head as you realize that it is quite warm. Feeling very faint, you continue to feel around. Alright, looks like there is another one here. And it is also the wrong one. And let's see if we can find anything else, maybe here. And that was it. You reach for it, but the blood drains from your head as you realize that the puddle is quite warm. Feeling very faint, you quickly pocket the monocle you have retrieved. And by the way, you get a little skill here to exit the haunted burrow to the entrance, but you can only use it once every 30 minutes. And I'm actually going to go ahead and use it now. Alright. You are such a brave hobbit. I can't believe you were able to bear it in there. You are bolder than I, and no mistake about it. I am tremendously indebted to you, Kippen. I am beginning to recover a bit from my terrifying adventure. Did you see any treasures while you were inside? Maybe I'll have another look. Alright, so done with this quest as well. Let's try out this lady. Hello there. I was brave enough to go to every corner of the haunted house and not run away. Are you? I went in on a dare and left proof that I visited. If you return to me with proof, I'll know that you did the same. But there's a catch. You have twice the amount of time I took myself. You must get back to me quickly, Kippen, or else it won't count. Are you ready? Alright, so let's do this. I need to go to the attic, the basement, the creeping wing, and the cobwebbed wing. Oh, I declined by accident. Alright, let's go. So I got 20 minutes. That's plenty of time. No worries at all. Alright, so first we need to go to the attic. Looks like there is a little trophy right here. Perfect. Let's keep moving. These crazy bats. Go into the cobwebbed region and let's see if we can find anything here. Let's go through the fake door here. And looks like here is a trophy. Alright. Where's that fake wall? There it is. Alright. Let's move on to the next wing. We are going to the creeping wing next. Oh my gosh. Getting stunned so much. I guess you can avoid some of these traps if you actually play a little bit smarter. Alright. And looks like there is a trophy here. Perfect. And now I only need to get something from the basement. And let's see what I can find. Nothing here. Just a bunch of fog to confuse me. And there's something here. And that's that. That's all the trophies. With plenty of time to spare, so let's head on outside and show the lady all the trophies. Let me see what you have there. Well done indeed, you definitely made a good time, but still not as good as mine. Are you up for a more difficult challenge?
Hello there.
So now I see that you are very brave, and that is quite well, but do you have the skills to be as nimble as myself? I have made my way through the tricky burrow in just a hair of time I gave you before. It was not easy, but I did it. If you can beat my time, I will be very impressed indeed. How quickly can you return to me? Are you ready? Go. So this is going to be basically the same quest, but with a lot less time. So let's go ahead and do it. So only 4 minutes to complete this one. Obviously going to follow the same exact route here. Right, and moving on. Here. And where's that fake wall? Oh my gosh. There it is. Through here. Let's get the cocoon. I'm gonna run back. Actually, that's the wrong door. I almost went in the wrong door. So, the creeping wing. Still got plenty of time here. And then finally the basement. Try not to get lost this time. And of course I got lost. Inevitable. Inevitable. It's alright, we got everything we need and still plenty of time here. I can't see anything. Alright, there we go. Pretty easy, if you know the route, of course. So laggy out here with all these people.
Good day.
That was most impressive, Kippen. Now I see you are a well-traveled hero of the wide world beyond our bounds, and I am but a farmer's daughter of the Shire. Well done, my dear. Alright, so done with her quests. And it looks like there's only one more guy here.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
And something about riddles. Actually, thought there was like a couple more dudes with quests. But I may be wrong. Hold on, let me take a look at my deeds real quick. Now I only need to do the riddles. Alright. So let's do this one.
Hello there. Might I speak
Hello,
with you a
friend.
moment?
As many folk in these parts know, old Mad Baggins was a great lover of riddles, so it seems he left a riddle or two for us in his haunted burrow. Only problem is, I can't make a thing of it. After the first riddle, I must have had a drink from the wrong bottle, and it made me worse off than before. I believe he meant for us to have a great treasure if we managed to solve it all, but who has the patience for such tomfoolery? If you could figure it out and tell me how it goes, I'll be sure to give you all the coins I've managed to get my hands on so far. Alright, so let's go ahead and accept the riddle quest. I believe this one is timed as well, and it's actually pretty tricky on the time, especially if you want to read the riddles. A little over 5 minutes. So let's read the clue. 3 bottles sit before you, yet their colors mustn't bore you. For if first you drink and last you think, you'll find that I outscore you. The correct bottle, he weeps golden tears in morn's light. A mighty shield he makes at the sun's height. In evening rain tumbles and cascades. At night sleep bare in the bed he's made. The orange bottle has an etching of warrior. White is tree and blue is cloud. I think tree makes the most sense here, so let's get that white bottle. Alright, perfect. And then, now there are some different doors that you go through for this riddle quest, which will be the riddle doors. Alright, so here's the second one. 3 bottles sit before you, yet their color mustn't bore you. For if at first you drink and last you think, you'll find that I outscore you. I'm not going to read this anymore just to save time. The correct bottle, the only certain in death is battle. For once you thrust my sword is lost. Henceforth, sweet life must be lived to its fullest. So, orange is thief, white is gold, blue is B. So B definitely seems like the right answer here. Let's go with the blue bottle. Okay, and there is a riddled door, I believe, right through... Man, where is the riddled door? I forgot where it is, quite honestly. Ah, there's the fake wall. So it's going to be this one right here. How are we doing on time? 3 minutes. Not too bad. Alright, the correct bottle. Upon him thy thoughts lay. Take care. He whispers sharp as knife blade. Beneath thy feather stayed. Beware, in billows is thy trust betrayed. So orange is paper. White is eagle. Blue is hat. So I think orange makes the most sense here. Hopefully we're correct with that. Okay, so I think that was right. And then the riddle door for this one, I believe, is right this one. And then finally we have the last riddle here, I believe. When we were introduced, I did not agree with you one bit, but I helped you on your second meeting, did I not? When we met last, I didn't seem to affect you one way or another. Which bottle am I? So that has to be the blue bottle, because it doesn't hurt you, but then it wasn't the right answer for the first riddle. So we're going to go with blue on this one. And we got about 2 minutes. And let's see. We need to get out of here, and I think we just have to make it out the regular way. So no riddled door or anything like that. There we go. So let's go through here, and then we can just head back outside. It should be okay. Did you really make it all the way through based on solving the riddles? Well done, Kippen. You are far more clever than I. That much is certain. Alright, there you go. So that is all of the Haunted Burrow quests. And let's take a look at the title. Kippen Proudfeet Burrower, and definitely completed the deed here. It's just a title deed, but super fun. I really enjoyed this festival quest here, and I hope you guys did as well. You can repeat these once a day to collect tokens for all the cool prizes and everything. And in the next few episodes, I'm going to do more festival-related quests, as well as show you some of the prizes that are available for the Fall Festival. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.